Well, good morning. Happy Friday to you. It is going to turn out to be a very warm day today. Still going to be really nice tomorrow, and then things bottom out in a huge way on Sunday. So we got to prepare for that. But plenty of sun out there right now as live storm tracker from Prairie Bank Casino and Resort shows clear skies. Some clouds up to the northeast in Iowa, but no precipitation anywhere close to us. We have temperatures that are in the 50s and 60s at this hour. 59 in Topeka, 61 in Marysville, 64 in Burlington, with temperatures for today. Most areas in the low mid 70s, but a few upper 70s south of I-70 can't be ruled out. And for tomorrow afternoon, as some cooler air starts to work its way into the area behind a cold front, temperatures may only top out in the low 60s along the Nebraska-Kansas border, but get back in the 70s, especially south of I-70. Of course, depending on the speed of that front, will depend on how warm it is able to get. I'm still thinking that we're going to be okay for the daytime hours as we are going to usher in the cooler air, especially after sunset on Saturday night. So you're going to be out and about at all, even along the Nebraska-Kansas border. I still think it's going to be above average. It's just going to be relatively cooler compared to areas south of I-70. Wind gusts, a few gusts 15 to 20 miles per hour right now. And as the day progresses, we'll have those winds out of the west-northwest at times. Good gusts near 20 to 25 miles per hour for the rest of the morning, early afternoon, and then gradually weaken for the afternoon as winds weaken, especially north of I-70 by 4 o'clock. So it's going to turn out to be a really nice day overall. We're going to continue with those breezy conditions for tomorrow. Southwesterly winds will shift to the north behind the cold front. A little bit stronger winds as we head into tomorrow. So between the wind shift, the breezy conditions, especially tomorrow, the low relative humidity values, especially today, and not a good idea to do any outdoor burning with the fire danger threat very high between today and tomorrow. So keep that in mind. And then just taking you through the rest of Saturday night and Sunday morning, we're going to continue with some wind gusts a little bit on the strong side. May at times gust 35 to 40 miles per hour, at least according to this model, in the late evening hours of Saturday into the early overnight periods, but for the most part, 20 to 30 miles per hour. And that's not good because it is going to turn a little bit on the chilly side Saturday night, Sunday morning. So when you combine those winds, if you're going to be out early Sunday morning, be prepared. It's going to feel like winter, especially after the spring-like weather we'll have for both today and tomorrow. So here's that drop in temperatures by 6 p.m. Latest wind show. We're still okay at 6 p.m., at least according to this model. Obviously, you want to check back in tomorrow for an update in case it changes. But as we go throughout the evening hours, 9 o'clock, now we have wind chills in the 30s and 40s along and north of I-70, still in the 50s down to the south. And then once we get into Sunday morning, look at this, teens and 20s for wind chill values by 7 a.m. And this model is running a little bit on the cooler side, still in the 20s at noon. And even into the afternoon for most areas. Other models do have a little bit warmer temperatures, so there is a little bit of uncertainty on Sunday itself, not only temperature-wise, but also precipitation-wise as well. We will get precipitation, there's no doubt about that. It's just a matter of precipitation type and a little bit of minor differences also with timing. I think most of it will start in the afternoon. There's a little bit that we might get in the morning hours of Sundays, so just something to be monitoring heading through these next couple of days. It is going to turn very active to begin March. We're going to get precipitation almost every day, Sunday through Friday to begin March. Now, drier weather is expected on Monday and Thursday, and then winter precipitation in that Sunday to Sunday night time frame. So let's focus on that time frame, obviously because it's the first round of precipitation that goes through, but because there's going to be winter precipitation with it. Well, just to give you a look at what the long-range computer models are indicating for the next 8 days. Not looking at any winter precipitation Sunday to Sunday night, just rain, just precipitation itself, whether it's the winter precipitation Sunday to Sunday night and rain for the work week. This is what we're looking at. The GFS, I'm not sure if it's updated yet or not, but that should be more up to date than the European model is. But you get the idea that some locally heavy rain is likely over the next 8 days as we head into the first week of March. And then here's a look at the computer model data on 3 o'clock on Sunday. What will the radar look like? There's a lot of scenarios that could play out. There's a lot of differences between the computer models, so that's why confidence is very low on what could be taking place. The graph, our top left, that's one of the short-term computer models. That's indicating a little bit of a mixture. And then the European and the GFS, let's top right and the bottom left shows different scenarios, whether it's just all rain or a wintry mix. And then the NAM, which is the medium range model, doesn't show anything at all, not even any precipitation. So that just goes to show you that you really need to make sure that you're paying close attention to the forecast over the next couple of days as we continue to fine tune it. The GFS and the NAM is indicating at least a little bit of minor ice accumulation. The pink is going to be worse than the red on this particular graphic. So that's what we want to look at here. But we're still going to keep an eye on this as we head throughout the next several days. The big impact is, or the big question mark is going to be temperatures, not only at the surface, but all the way to cloud level. 1 degree difference, whether it's closer to the freezing mark or a little bit warmer and closer to the mid to upper 30s, any point in any layer from surface to cloud level could have a huge impact on precipitation type. The larger the depth of warm air, the better chance of it being rain or freezing rain if surface temperatures are below freezing. And then with that shallower layer of warm air, but temperatures below freezing at the surface, it would be sleet. And then all below freezing from cloud to ground level would be snow. Still some differences in that regard, so make sure you're checking in for updates on that. So here's what we're looking at. Here's my current forecast. Keep in mind, obviously, subject to change. I cannot stress that enough. You need to make sure you're checking in on a daily basis for this. I'm expecting a trace to 2 inches of snow across the area with the highest snowfall totals near the Nebraska-Kansas border. And then as far as what we're going to get the most of is probably going to be a mixture of rain and sleet. A mixture of that rain and sleet getting in upwards of 0.2 of an inch to 1/2 inch with higher precipitation totals east of Highway 75. And there might be some minor ice accumulation, but less than 1/10 of an inch. So what's the main takeaway? There's going to be some slick spot down on the roadways, especially Sunday night and Monday morning. I don't think there's going to be enough to cancel schools, but that remains to be seen. Now, speaking of next week, it's hard to believe we're just talking about winter weather, but we're also talking severe weather next week too, because it's Severe Weather Awareness Week. And National Weather Service will be starting their storm spotter training classes next week as well. In Nemaha County on Monday, Shawnee County and Topeka on Tuesday, and then Franklin County on Wednesday, all beginning at 7 o'clock. Free class, just show up, 90 minutes worth. You don't have to RSVP. Just go and learn all about severe weather from a National Weather Service meteorologist. I will be out there on Tuesday at the Topeka class, so if you want to come out and say hi, or you have a weather radio you want programmed, I'll try to be there around 6:30. I can get that taken care of for you before it starts at 7. I'm programming your weather radio. Meanwhile, it's going to be an active start to the month of March. Probability of wetter than normal conditions will continue in the 8 to 14 day outlook. But the good news is probability of above average temperatures. So we really just have to get past that Sunday through Monday time period. A little bit maybe into Monday night too, where there might be some winter precipitation. But after that, we do warm up 50s and 60s for the remainder of the week. Those lows also get warmer as well, so very little in the way of winter precipitation really past that Sunday night time period. But we're going to have to take this on a day-by-day basis with the active weather that we have almost on a daily basis to begin March. Until then, enjoy these next 2 days. Warm today, mild tomorrow, and then winter makes a brief return heading into Sunday and Monday. Have a great day.